So, what exactly could be driving this wave of defections? Because, as you may or may not know, political movement, especially at local government level, is almost never random. And it's never simply emotional. It's usually driven by structures, incentives, and outcomes. Let's start with something concrete, something measurable. The Constituency Development Fund. Before 2021, CDF sat at around 1.6 million per constituency. Today, under President Hakainde Hichilema, it stands at roughly 40 million kwacha per constituency. That is a structural transformation. This shift turns constituencies into miniature development units capable of funding small bridges, classroom blocks, health posts, youth skills training, and community grounds, without waiting for central government. In places like Mpulungu, for instance, Sesheke, Chinsali, Kanyama, or Kalomo, we've seen CDF itself used for classroom rehabilitation, women economic empowerment, youth bursaries, graders for feeder roads, community roads, markets, and local clinic upgrades. And for the first time in decades, development itself is being felt, not just announced. Now ask yourself, who is closest to this process? It's mayors, councillors, and council chairpersons. These are people who don't just hear about community needs. They hear the complaints, the praise, the pressure, and the expectations directly. They are not spectators per se. They are not spectators of development. They are the interface between government action and community experience. When CDF works, the credit flows downwards straight to the local leaders. When it doesn't work, the blame flows upwards straight to them. So if a system is enabling them to deliver, they gravitate towards it. In politics, incentives actually are everything. If aligning with a particular administration gives you more capacity to deliver, more visible results, and more legitimacy in your community, then politically, that alignment becomes rational. Politicians may disagree on ideology, but they agree on one thing. People vote for what they can see. And right now, what local leaders are seeing is a government whose decentralization reforms are giving them something tangible to work with. Kitwe is not just a city. It's an economic pulse point, one of the Copper Belt's most politically contested spaces. When the mayor of Kitwe shifts, she doesn't move alone. She moves with the influence of unions, markets, leaders, and ward structures. Chipata is a provincial capital, strategic, symbolic, and historically competitive. If we're being honest, movement from here signals not just individual alignment, but regional recalibration. And when you see several mayors and council chairpersons and multiple councillors moving within weeks, that suggests a shared experience, not isolated decisions. In political science, we call this a convergence effect, where diverse actors respond similarly to the same underlying incentive structure. Now, let's be objective. Political survival is real. It always has been. As elections approach, aligning with the ruling party has historically been seen as a path of stability. But here is the part that's different this time around. Survival is no longer just about being near to power. It's about being near capacity. Capacity to deliver. Capacity to show results. Capacity to justify your leadership. And that capacity is increasingly tied to decentralized funding, not just rhetoric. So, what does these defections actually signal? They may be telling us that local leaders, those with the clearest, most unfiltered view of community sentiment, are responding to what they are seeing on the ground. When people closest to the ground begin to move, they are not chasing politics. They are following performance. And that, perhaps, is why this moment deserves more than just headlines. It deserves interpretation.